Hi everyone, welcome to Easy Math. Today in this video we are going to do an interesting activity about square roots. It is actually a property of square roots. Okay, which says root of a into b is equal to root of a into root of b. And there is one condition for this property to be true. What is it? A and B are perfect squares. A and B, they have to be perfect squares. Means they are square numbers. Like what are square numbers? Shall we recall? Yes, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. Square tables, you must always remember the square tables. 1 ones are 1, 2 twos are 4, 3 threes are 9. These are the square numbers. So if A and B are square numbers, then root of A into B is equal to, we can split it like this. Root A into root B. Now let us check this property whether it is true. Let us take two small numbers so that it is easy for calculation. So I have taken root of 9 into 4. So what is the one way of doing it? The left hand side, we have to multiply first. So what is 9 fours are 36. And what is, I only multiplied, we have not found the square root. And what is square root of 36? That is a number multiplied by itself should give you 36. What is that number? 6. 6 6 are 36. So square root of 36 is 6. Now let us come to the right hand side. What is root of 9? What are we doing here? We are finding the square root and then we are multiplying. Root of 9 is 3. Root of 4 is 2. What is 3 twos are? 6. Are they equal? Are we getting both the sides equal? So you multiply the numbers, then find the square root. Or you find the square root and then multiply, we get the same answer. That is the property of that's what this property says. Root of a into b equal to root a into root b. And where are we using this? When you get numbers like this, root of 36, when you get bigger numbers like this. So instead of multiplying, when you multiply 36 into 9, it's going to become a bigger number. Then we have to find the square root for such a big number. Instead, you split it like this. It is very easy to find the square root because before you multiply, the numbers are very small. Naturally, when you multiply two numbers, what happens to the answer? The product of two numbers becomes always greater than the given two numbers, isn't it? See, we multiply 9 and 4, and when you multiply 9 and 4, 36 is greater than 9 and 4. So which is easy? Finding the square root for 36 or finding the square root for 9 and 4. Naturally, finding anything for the smaller number is easier than the greater numbers. So without multiplying, we can split them so that the numbers are smaller and finding square root will be easy. So root of 36 into 9 is root of 36 into root of 9. So what is root of 36? Is 6 and root of 9 is 3. And what is 6 3s are 18. Otherwise, you just think multiplying 36 into 9, that itself is a procedure. Then you'll get a bigger number. And for that, finding the square root, it goes as a long procedure. So this is the property. So let us see a few more examples. See, little bigger. See, 36 and 9 at least. Okay, now look at this. 25 into 49 if you get numbers like this. As soon as you see the question, what we are tempted to do? So, okay, we have to multiply first 25 into 49. We go for that only. But think a little. Think of this property. The numbers can be written as, we can split them and write. So, root of 25 into root of 49. Multiply them. And when it is only multiplication. It is not for addition and subtraction. If the operation between these two numbers is addition or subtraction, it is not true. This property is true for only when there is multiplication and division. So 25 into 49, what is the root of 25? It is 5. Square root of 49 is 7. 5 sevens are 35. See, so easily. Even before we could multiply 25 and 49, we can find the root so easily before we could multiply them. So this is how the property works. Next is 144. 144. Now this you see. Now the product is given. It's a bigger number. What we have to do here, the multiplication of two numbers are given. So we just split it. Now the product is given. You have to split the numbers. You have to split it into two small numbers. So that it becomes easy to find the roots. So it is 144. We can write it as 9 into 16. Now this has become like this now. Product of two numbers. Now root of 9 into root of 16. What is root of 9? 3 and root of 16 is 4. Now what is 3 4s are? 12. So square root of 144 is 12. Now just there's an interesting fact here. This 144, we can also split it as 4 into 36. Multiply 6 4s are 24, carry 2, 3 4s are 12, 12 plus 2 is 14. This way also we can do this. We can write it as root of 4 into root of 36 and becomes root of 4 is 2, root of 36 is 6, 2 6 are 12. We get the same answer. But what is the condition while you are splitting? Both the numbers, this is A and B are perfect squares. You see that you split as a product of perfect squares. Okay, what do you mean by that splitting it as a perfect squares? We can split this 144 as 2 into 72 also. Now, if you split it as root of 2 into root of 72, is it easy to find the square root? Instead of doing this, we can find the root of 144 itself is directly. So, when you split here, because 2 and 72, they are not square numbers. That is why the condition is given here. A and B are perfect squares. Okay, so this you have to split it in such a way that these two numbers are perfect squares. Okay, now now how to split 100? Now think, can we split it as 50 into 2? 50 into 2, can we split 100? Yes or no? No, because 50 and 2, they are not square numbers. Then how shall we split it? Think a little. 4 into 25. 4 is a square number. 25 is a square number. So root of 4 into root of 25. So square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 25 is 5. And 2 5s are 10 gives the answer, which is the square root of 10. I'm sorry, square root of 100. Now for 81, it is so easy to think. We know 9 9s are 81. Here, one more concept of square roots also can be used here. What is the meaning of square root? When you find square root, for every two same factors, we select one factor. So, directly for both the 9s, you can take 1 9 and that itself is the answer. Or if you want to follow this formula, it is root of 9 into root of 9. And root of 9 is 3, root of this 9 is 3 and 3 3s are 9. This would give you the same answer. Any method procedure can be followed here. Or suppose if you split root of 81 as 3 into 27 is also 81. Can we split them like this? No, we cannot split it because 3 and 27 are not square numbers. Okay. Now your worksheet is, I have given 5 numbers, 5 perfect squares. You split this 400 into 2 perfect squares. Then find the square root of each of the number, then multiply and get the answer. You have to split 400 into 2 perfect squares. Okay, 400, what into what? For example, I'll give you 4 into 100. 4 is a square number, 100 is a square number. Then find the square root of 4, find the square root of 100, then multiply them. Okay, that's how we have to do as we saw in the examples. And your numbers are root of 225, root of 256, root of 324 and root of 496. So split them, split all the square numbers as a product of square numbers and find their square roots and multiply and get the answer. Okay. Now let us check it for division. This property is true for multiplication and division. Okay, now root of A divided by B is equal to root of A by root of B. So what is the condition? A and B are perfect squares. Okay, so we'll see example, root of 100 by 25. So as soon as you see what we think of doing this division first. Divide 100 by 25, you get an answer, and for that finding the square root. Instead, how can we split it? Root of numerator by root of denominator. Now it has become easy. What is root of 100? Is 10. Root of 25 is 5. Now division is easy. Which division is easy you feel? Dividing 10 by 5 or dividing 100 by 25? Yes, it is naturally dividing 10 by 5 is easier than dividing 100 by 25 because here the numbers are bigger. When you split, the numbers become smaller. So this is the use and help of this property. So 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10 and 2 is the answer. Let's see a few more examples. 324 by root of 324 by 89. So, you can split it as root of 324 divided by root of 81. What is root of 324? If you are thorough with the square table between 1 and 20, you can easily remember this is 18. It is a must that you should remember the square table from 1 to 20. Okay, to do the sums in squares and square roots. And root of 81, it is 9. Now cancel them. 9 and 18, if we cancel, it goes 2 times, which is easy. Dividing 18 by 9 or 324 by 81. Yes, of course, 18 by 9. So we split and numbers become smaller and even your calculations becomes easier. Okay, let's see another example. Root of 256 by 64. Come on, how to split it now? Tell me quickly. Yes, it is root of 256 divided by root of 64. And what is root of 256? Come on, square tables. 1 1s are 1, 2 2s are 4, 3 3s are 9. What gives root of 256? Yes, it is 16. And for 64, yes, 8 8s are 64. So root of 64 is 8. Again, the answer becomes 2. But don't think always the answer will be 2. It is just a coincidence that we got 2, 2, 2. But don't think the answer is always, the answer will be 2. You can get some other number also. Okay, then what it is here? 441 by 49. How to split it? Yes, root of 441 divided by 49. 449 is, it is 21 and 49 is 7. Now if we cancel, it goes 3 times. So answer is 3. See, we got some other number 3 here. Answer is 3. So which is easy? Dividing 21 by 7 or 441 by 49? Yes, this is the easiest method. So split them, the numbers become smaller, find the square root and then divide. Now your worksheet is take help from the square table given in the book and find 5 pairs of square numbers satisfying this property. Root of a by b is equal to root a by root b. You can use this and find out. Okay, for example, you can take root of 64 by 16. Both should be square numbers and both the numbers should be divisible by each other. 64 is divisible by 16. Okay, then you can take like this. Choose the 2 square numbers which are divisible by each other and you check whether it satisfies the property root of a by b is equal to root a by root b. Okay, I hope you all have enjoyed this activity. Please do this activity. You will become thorough with square and square roots. Thank you for watching. Thank you.